Hey guys. So, if you don't want to know, whew, okay. Hey guys. If you don't know me, my name is Brett, and I'm a guy who, makes things on the internet, whatever. And I wanted to talk to you for just a minute about something that's been kind of poking at me for a bit. And that's the idea of hard or difficult. Now, it's easy when you come up against something, whether it be like a project or a person or a situation or even a conversation, and finding it to be easy to walk away from because it's hard, or seeing hard as an excuse for not pushing that thing forward. And I don't know, I guess what I wanted to tell you guys is, like, what I've learned is things are hard when you're a grown up. Shit's hard. Sometimes you have to punish your kids. Sometimes you have to talk to your spouse. Sometimes you have to do whatever the thing is. And it's hard. You don't want to do it. You want so badly to find the way that's easier. If you just put it off, then maybe it'll calm down or it'll go away. Whatever the outcome you're hoping to achieve by avoiding the hard thing. And like, that's not what being a grown up is, man. You run your own life. Hard shit happens. And the true test, I think, of an adult is how they face up to the hard shit. You can find a way around it almost always by either avoiding it or acquiescing or just figuring out a way to put the onus on somebody else to handle the hard shit for you. But that's not the true measure of an adult, if you ask me. If you're an adult, you look hard in the eye, with fear even, but you look hard in the eye, and you say, okay, let's dance hard. Let's figure this out. And you have that conversation. You accomplish that thing that's full of fear, and it's full of unknown. The thing you want to run away from so badly. But you stand there and you deal with it. Because, shit, I'm young. I'm mathematically a half through my life right now, 33. And I haven't had a ton of hard decisions, but I've had some. And I've had hard times. And, not Bosnia hard times, but I've had hard times. And you got to stand there and take it. Figure it out. I'm not quite sure what inspired me to say this to you now. But stop running away from hard. Hard is what leathers you. It makes you fit to handle the next thing and to grow. There's so much about being a grown-up, being an adult, that I never knew. But as a husband, and a father, I can tell you that the hard things are what shape you. They're what make you good at what you do, and they are the parts that expose the good parts of who you are. And as much as you hate the idea of looking hard in the face and the fear that comes with that, you need to know that even though it sucks and it's uncomfortable and all those things, it's making you better. It's making you sharper as a person. And those are the things that are going to benefit you and those who depend on you. So, I guess what I mean is, stop being afraid of hard. Hard is there. Hard is hard. Hard is always looking at you and daring you. But you can beat hard. I've had white American hard, not, like I said, not real hard, but I've had hard. And it can be beat. But you just have to know that you can do it. And you have to stop giving up. And stop cowering in the face of hard. Because it will beat you and it will laugh at you if you let it. So don't. The air conditioner just came on. I'm a regular guy. I'm not a pundit, I'm not an expert, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not anything. But I'm a guy who's done stuff, seen stuff, and worked through things that are hard. And I'm sitting here. And I can tell you that it's possible. So, don't be afraid of hard. The people you know about historically are the people that looked hard in the eye and then walked past. The people that history forgets are those who looked it hard in the face and cowered and walked backward. Whatever that thing is, whatever's screwing you up, whatever's just messing you up. And I'm not saying it's easy. It's not. No, it's not. I've been there. It's not. But take comfort in the fact that you're not the first person to deal with that, whatever it is. I promise you, you're not. The world has no new challenges for the most part. And the thing that scares you, the thing that's hard for you, if it's a phone call, if it's a conversation, whatever, stop and think about how different you'll be having done it, having stood there and looked hard in the face and said, no, you're not going to beat me. Never mind hard. You can beat it, whatever it is. So, let's see, what is it? I'm sitting here in March 2012. I have no idea when or if anybody will see this. But it was about just shy of 13 years ago that my dad passed away. I was 20 years old. And I lived at home with my mom and my brother. And shit, that was hard. Hard. The money stuff was hard. The grief stuff was hard. But, man, like, I grew up quick. I got to figure out what it was like to be a contributing part of a household. And I got to watch those people that I love hurt and fight. And it sucked. It sucked ass, and it was horrible. And everyone always brings up that goofy adage about how whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And I don't know. I guess there's truth there. Because you can imagine, or you can remember, life dealing you blows and having to either lay there and take it, or get up and stop it, or get up and just take it and handle it and move on. But I don't know. I mean, there were times when, in my darkest moments, that, like, I doubted everything. And watching my dad wither away was hard. Hardest thing I've ever done. Hard. But, I mean, I'm here now. 12 and three quarters years later. And it's still hard sometimes. But it's something that I'm not going to let beat me. And my grief comes still when I don't necessarily want it to. And it hurts. And it hurts bad. But that isn't the point. I mean, let it hurt. But don't let it consume you. I can't be a father. I can't be an effective father if I'm overcome by grief constantly. I can't be a loving, an effective husband if the loss of my father just is constantly messing me up. It doesn't work that way. I got a life to live. I got a family to feed. I got things to do. And as bad as it sucks, your job is to tough through it. Don't ignore it, but tough through it. Grieve when you should. But do your work. Stop complaining. It's not helping. It's hard. Everything's hard sometimes. But how you handle hard is what proves you. I don't know. Not an expert. Not a doctor. I don't know. But hard. It's easy to blame hard. It's easy to walk up to the task, the conversation, the mountain, whatever, and look at it and say, that's hard. Yeah, totally. It's hard. But hard is what stands between men and accomplishing shit. The telephone was hard. Light bulbs are hard. It's hard. Welcome to adulthood. It's hard. And you can either sit there and be sad, and be frustrated, and be annoyed by what's hard, or you can move past it. Never mind hard. You can do it. Whatever it is. Anyway, that's it. I'm Brett. And screw hard. Take care.